So we've been blessed with trailers lately. It's just been nice to have trailers again. Um, it's been a while though since we've seen a trailer that I kind of want to put back in the oven for a few more minutes because it doesn't quite look done. And that was the case this week with The Conjuring 3. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I have really enjoyed both the main line Conjuring movies. One significantly more than the second one. I thought the second one was way too long and kind of set up too many spin-offs. But it was still fine. I am incredibly nervous about this one. But I'm also not particularly surprised. I've been cautious about the Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It ever since they announced it, and we're just like, and James Gunn will be returning to produce it. And I'm going, wait, hold up. He's returning to produce it? Oh, yeah. You love when he produces stuff. No. We love when James Wan directs things. We remember what happened to the first Annabelle movie produced by James Wan. That Annabelle movie's terrible. Or James Wan produced
Yes, it is.
The Nun, which is terrible. Admittedly, Annabelle Creation is one of the best in the entire Conjuring franchise, and it's so good. Thanks, David F. Sandberg. But I would be much more excited with this movie if it was James Wan returning to direct, but he's too busy with Aquaman 2. And you can immediately tell from this trailer that it is not a James Wan movie anymore. It feels like bigger, but not better. They're like, oh, wow, Lorraine might fall off the side of a cliff. Aren't you nervous? I'm like, well, since you're saying it's based on a true story and Lorraine lives many years past this movie, there's no real tension here. Also, like, I know what they're going for with the waterbed. It just didn't scare me. Nothing about this trailer scared me. I was a little annoyed. Just like, really? I thought we were past this with, like, the picture that I've got here. You're blatantly ripping off better horror movies with The Exorcist. Like, that's not even subtle that you're trying to reference The Exorcist here. The Conjuring, ever since the first movie, has really just been a roller coaster of ups and downs, and I'm very much worried that this is a down part of the franchise.
I am going to go out on a limb and confirm. I guarantee it will be a down. Okay? Because you know how much I enjoy a trailer, even like bad trailers. I'm like, yeah, I had a good time with that. I rolled my eyes at the opening line. I rolled my eyes at the waterbed. As soon as the waterbed comes on screen, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to pop out of the waterbed. And then guess what? Later in the trailer, he pops out of the waterbed. Ooh, like you said, like nothing about this was scary. It just seems... I shouldn't roll my eyes so hard at someone turning around with blood all over him and being like, I think I hurt somebody. It was like, well, no way, really? Oh, okay, cool, thank you. I don't think it's going to be good at all.
I noticed with James Wan movies are scary, like especially that first Conjuring, and the Conjuring trailer was so good because it drew stuff out. Like, you still remember to this day the clap game when she's at the top of the stairs. Oh gosh, that was terrifying. But they draw that out. This, I don't get a sense of what the story is from this trailer, and also I don't get where the scares are coming from. It seems like they went a little too crazy with the demon possession, so everything goes balls to the wall nuts. It's just like, no, the first two were scary because it still felt like a human family, a human connection, a human story, and everything else. It still felt grounded in reality. That way, when stuff starts going haywire, it's scary and unnatural. This, they don't set what natural is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, Lorraine, for some reason, goes basically to the upside down, like Stranger Things, and right before she goes off the cliff, like in Stranger Things, it almost looks like they're just like, oh, the leftover set from Stranger Things season 4, while they're off in Russia, we can film our movie here. It doesn't look scary to me. It looks so jarringly different from the first two, which had the drawn out horror, the atmosphere, dark. this is too. Maybe it's me nitpicking here, but I don't think it is. This trailer seems too bright. There's way too much stuff taking place in the daytime. Like, you and I have talked about at length why Sinister scared us so much was we breathed a sigh of relief when we saw the daylight, because we're like, okay, the scary stuff happens at night. Scary stuff happens at night in horror movies. People, why are you focusing so much on daytime stuff? It's lit and shot differently than the first two, which I understand with a different director. It just doesn't interest me in the same way that the first two would.
Yeah. It's not going. I just even like, okay, look at this picture that's next to my head. Okay, all right. You looking at it? What does that remind you of? What does that little kid look like? What does he remind you of?
Why does he look like Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh, okay, I wasn't going there, but I was gonna say that looks
He does look like Jeffrey Dahmer, though.
He does, but he looks like the kid from Haunting of Hill House. The older brother, was it Luke?
Lucas?
Yeah,
Luke.
the youngest
Luke or
brother.
Lucas? Luke, yeah, it's Luke.
It's Luke, but he legit looks exactly like Luke.
It's the kid from WandaVision. It's one of the twins from WandaVision, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Still looks exactly. I'm building on this that this movie feels like it's just copying other movies. Like it doesn't feel like its own thing.